Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a Firesworn Friday, and it's back, baby. I just want to say this. Gwent is not a ton of fun right now for a lot of people, and I'm here to try to help you guys find decks that you can have fun with, you can still get wins with, that don't feel gross, that don't feel dirty, that also don't feel like a grind, and it's a hard, sweet spot to find. But as I've been thinking about this the past few days and taking a little break myself over the weekend, I think the right answer is Collusion and Syndicate. Syndicate is always the faction I turn to when I'm not having very much fun because they're complex, they're difficult to kind of utilize, and that kind of gets my brain juices going. It gets me working again. So we'll name this deck after we get some play with it. But there's a whole bunch of random stuff in here it's going to look like. But Zavala and Louisa are back as the power duo for tons and tons of points. We got Horson Sr. with Leader to get lots of value. We got tons of crimes. We're going to be using the new Collusion and the new Novigradian Justice. Collusion's now cheaper. Justice now requires us to have a Crown Splitter out. And we're going to show you a little bit about how all that works together. And then we're pairing this with Ulrich and Fallen Knight because this is a Devotion deck list. There's not a ton of consistency here. I don't have a lot of tutors. I don't have a way of getting out some of these clutch plays. So instead, this deck is focused on options and having as many options as possible with no specific need for any particular card. We are running Casino Bouncers. We're not running Tide Cloak, Sewer Rats, whatever they're called. I always forget what their names are. Can you not smell that, Sewer Raiders? The Horde is just a little bit difficult to get with this leader ability. I don't like the clunkiness of it. And so basically you're just praying that you don't get totally terrible cards. But because it is a bit of a no unit deck, you can get that pretty easily. I still need to buy Yennefer. That's how much I have not been playing. And then I need to get my wins still with this outfit, I think. Anyway. The biggest things to worry about with Syndicate are just keeping aware of your coin count. Yeah, you can even see I haven't even moved up. I haven't even moved up to rank 3, 2, or 1, let alone pro this season. It's just felt like a grind. There's too much garbage on ladder, right? Too much. People are either trying to pilot a new fun deck, or they are piloting just a net deck version of Viper garbage from Nilfgaard that's just miserable to deal with. Either a lockdown package or like a Colgrim package. And it just feels like a lot. Anyway, this deck also, Ulrich's the tallest card that it runs, so best case scenario, they're pulling Ulrich in for 11 points. Most of it's mid-range. Zavala and Louisa make for a nice mid-range package themselves. But look at this! Somebody playing Shieldwall, doing something a little bit different, huh? You know, try something different, try something new. Shieldwall hasn't been seen for a hot minute. So I do like to get Casino Bouncers out. Now, I know a lot of people like the Halfling. We're going to keep Bloody Good Friends in deck as a target for our Novigradian Justice. They play really well with some of our other cards. We do get Fallen Knight here. We do get Furco. Because I have Furco, I can get Collusion. Assault is okay, but not great. This Halfling Safecracker is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with my options here. I do really like Eavesdrop, just a consistency profit card. It's good to play on a down round. It's also really helpful if you double up into your Casino Bouncers. So just something to keep aware of. We're going to start with Casino Bouncers. It doesn't tell the opponent anything about my deck other than that I have another Casino Bouncer in my deck. So I like them as a first play. I like Halfling Safecrackers as blue coin plays generally, but if I don't have to play them, I'm not going to. The reason for that is because I don't want the opponent to know exactly how many crimes I have right at the beginning of the game. So I get 1 coin from this, so I'm going to go ahead and focus on that after we play this Halfling Safecracker.
Every lock holds the key to... No, wait.
I kind of expect to see a Dun Banner here. Frigate's an interesting choice. So interestingly here, armored units are like a great option to use. I can hit it and then it'll hit back, but the opponent here opts to use the frigate. Interesting choice. Not one that I would have made. But they're not me and I'm not them. We're going to go for Bincy here, just commit some value. We have Eavesdrop. Eavesdrop and Bincy are best friends. And we'll probably go for the Collusion because we have cut-ups, crown splitters, and tide cloaks here. For those of you unfamiliar with Collusion, you'll learn it soon. Fascinating choice from the opponent here. Can't say that I particularly understand it, but they might argue I don't need to. So we get 1 point value from the coin gained, and then the Intimidate from the Halfling Safecracker. Master Mirror is going to feed them golds of some kind and type.
Suffering? Our suffering binds us.
I want to get this Bincy buffed up a little bit here.
You feel a draft?
What do we get? I don't hate that choice. Save Congregation. We don't need to play that quite yet. Siege support makes for a great target for payday. This is a good value for Tavern Brawl. Just keep plussing up the coins, keep plussing up the value. Further up we can get Bincy, the safer we're gonna be. Uncle Vernie! I don't love Vernon on an early round because you can draw into stuff that you don't want to draw into.
My witcher senses are prickling.
Interesting choice. Peller has to purify somebody. I'm guessing he's going to purify the Roach so he gets no value off of that.
The realm of the living severs your chain. Abandon now your mortal stain.
So I have a Crown Splitter, I have a Cut Up, and I have a Tide Cloak. I'd like to have a Blind Eye if possible, but that's basically just going to be our good old friend. Oh, I actually want to get a Firesworn unit as well.
Give what we demand. Will not harm a hair on your witch's head.
Get the coin trigger there. Just keep him alive, but we want to get a Firesworn in here as well. I just totally forgot about that. But you want to spawn the 2 Zealots, you want to damage the highest enemy unit, and then I also want to boost my lowest unit. Blind Eye would increase everything by 1, but we're also going to get 4 coins.
Behold it, admire.
This isn't a soldier, so he doesn't respawn here. I like to knock off some of this value on the Carrack frigate, that way I can get through and maximize the value from my Collusion. Don't have a lot of great options to do that. So I'm just going to start here. I'm just going to ping off this shield. Then I can set up with the Diaz. Or I can play Collusion straight up now. I just didn't want it to proc 4 damage right into a shield needlessly. Oh, the heat wave's brutal there, but it's not the end of our day. We do lose the coin value, but we didn't have anything spending it right now anyway. For those of you thinking, oh, you need some spenders here, you get that from Horson and Savola. You could add in some spenders if you want, or like a Bloody Good Fund to drain out those coins for a lot of damage value. It's up to you. Could also go for Novigradian Justice here, but I just like the Collusion. Get the boost, we get the damage, we get the boosts onto the Fallen Knight here from these two spawned units. Just really straightforward. And these volunteers set up for our Diaz perfectly. We've already juiced out the heat wave. I'm guessing the Master Mirror's goal was to set up some better gold cards in hand for a future round. But the opponent's just not seeing that value right now. If we continue to push out this round. I have to play Oneiromancy or it'll get transformed into a card from the faction. Onsace is going to wipe off this Halfling Safecracker. Really good value there. You could just transfer all this value from Griffin Witch or Ranger. Not have to expend a shield. It's exactly what the opponent does. Opponent might push us out here. That's okay. We drained all the card value from them. Losing on evens is not the preference, so we do get Diaz back. We have a lot of engine value still in a lot of our cards. Just wish they'd make their choices faster than rolling molasses down a hill. There we go. You can choose cards to get in the down round. Halfling Safecracker would not be my choice. Excommunication works pretty well. We're going to put this back. And I was going to say the card you want to get is Horson Senior. Yeah, especially if you have a big coin count walking into it. It doesn't get better than that.
Child scars are proof. We always lay on it.
14 points of value, and you have two really threatening engines here. And if the opponent plays something slow, or they just remove one of these with the pure removal card, like Boiling Oil, we can just pass. They still have to put up 10 points of value. If not, we can play Diazirie, get some value onto Horson Senior as an Intimidate engine, proc 4 points of damage, 2 points from each of these lackeys, and 3 points from the Diaz itself. So, just really puts the opponent in a hole the longer they let this drag out. We're going to hold Excommunication regardless, hopefully get Congregation. And like Ulrich and Fallen Knight is a good combo with that. This is perfect. I'm not going to get the boost value from Diaz here. We're going to just totally upset this Eggman. He's going to get killed off. We get the boost. And we're up to 15 points that the opponent's got to close. If they play something really slow, we could go ahead and toss away one of these lackeys. We just don't get any options for whatever it is that we get. Right now I'm fine with this. Hopefully they commit a shield here. It'd be dumb not to. We get the shield commitment. He'll remove Horson and tighten up the score. So we'll just take it past here. Even if I removed one of these, proc the 1 damage against Selkirk, or remove the Horson and proc the double damage, it wouldn't be enough. This is exactly what I want to see come out of the opponent. Double play of the Oniro. Selkirk is down and out. Onsace is down and out. Master Mirror is out. Heatwave is out. Erland is out. So everybody's going to come pre-boosted, but missing out a lot of value generally.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Nautilus breaking. Tells them that they already have what they were looking for, perhaps Amphibious Assault. But playing Amphibious Assault no Neuromancy is a bit of a death wish in my opinion. Alright, so we oddly get Ulrich here and Savala. We're going to put Ulrich back and hopefully not regret our choices. Novigrathian Justice is decent here, but not great, so we're going to put that back. And Eavesdrop gets us close, but not all the way there in terms of value. So we'll see if we can get something else with it. We do get this play of Excommunication onto one of these 2 Zealots. We get Ulrich back again, who is just no use to us without that Knight. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. This is a slow Visigodo, but he'll get a couple plays here. Well, he'll get double value out of that Excommunication, which is a little unfortunate for us, but...
By denying penance, you confirm your guilt.
Lots of value out of the boosted units here. So we just want to see if we can get 1 coin here.
Alone shall you wander until the end of days, cursed and shattered.
Or Louisa works perfectly.
Have you heard? I make dreams come true.
And we are going to pay the tribute to give her zeal, so I don't have to deal with it. We don't have any spending going on otherwise, so. This Visigodo's got 5 charges. The Anna's gonna boost twice. Mad Cayenne is interesting. You want to get him boosted, but not all the way up. So you gotta time that perfectly. So he wants to get her boosted by 5 and then deal damage to Louisa. But you don't want to kill the unit because then Mad Cayenne will die. Crazy good value the opponent got there, so fun stuff. They got kind of all their draws. All their draws with no tutors left, so lucky ducks, I guess. Anyway, let's jump into another game. We got good cards, but kind of got them all at the wrong time. So even if you have consistency, you can't always fix that, right? So,
Rules are for those who would otherwise.
but anyway, if you really want to build in consistency, you might clip out Novigrathian Justice and put in Bank. That could be one easy way to fix that problem. We are running double Eavesdrop, so you could also clip these out and put in your Sewer Raiders. Up to you. Alright, we get Ulrich earlier, so that's helpful.
Thank you.
Actually quite happy with this outcome here. Well, let's put back Congregation. Alright, we get another one. So that works out well. Alright, so here we're just going to go for easy peasy. Start with Safecracker.
Your sound as sweet as a click.
I like to get down Bincy, Booster. We do have row movement going on, so
Price, just for you, love.
you know, only so many choices we have here. Easy removal right there.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Yeah. We get a free coin here to keep the value on bouncers. Would have been a point on Debincy, but she's going to get moved off. We don't have any way of protecting her. She just kind of exists. If she gets moved off and left alive, we still get value from the collusion, so...
Bloody hate pages. GG's second nature to them.
So, this tells me that it's not a devotion deck. I don't know why you bring oak critters if you're not devotion, but... Everybody gets to make choices. Alright, we are going to commit Vinci here. Right now, Dryad Matron's actually the highest unit, so if we proc Collusion now, that would be a sad day. And then we get a free Firesworn from using Leader, so we might go ahead and do that. Enchantress gets her up. She'll probably boost her, so we'll just let that go. Instead, we'll play Eavesdrop.
Remember, this will be our little secret.
And we'll put Congregation back. Poor choice not to move Bincy off unless they have a pure removal like Heatwave. Right now, this is going to 6, so I might just remove it that way. Or take the easy win. Alright, finally we get the play we want with those. Let's go ahead and put the Eavesdrop back. Alright, this is looking like a really healthy stack of cards for me. Louisa is Blind Eye, so she'll increase the value of Collusion by 1. But right now I'm basically just looking at this group of cards, leaving Collusion and Louisa for final round.
Radovid betrayed the order, then bled it dry. Give what we demand, not harm a hair.
We just want to save 2 of these charges just in case we get our good friend Orson Sr. You can get his tribute for free by using Louisa as well, though. Worth paying attention to, I think. I do want to use one of these just to force some removal, probably.
How low we have fallen.
Probably want to play most of these to ranged.
You see? You must hold it to me.
So we want to go from her to him. Here we're just kind of pushing up, forcing them to play cards that they probably don't want to play.
You are not worthy of the fire's purity, not worthy of its light.
A little premature, but we'll take the Diaz.
Belly approach. Got preference.
Actually, this payday's a little... No, we'll go for the Congregation here.
The fire cannot burn without the proper fuel.
Just point value. Noxiously, unlike a lot of like the Nilfgaard cards that let you see on top, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and play one of them instead. So theoretically, we should get Savala into our hand for next round, but we'll see. Here we're just playing around Gezras, by playing deranged, just in case that's where the opponent wants to go. And it is.
No point in
We do get a crown splitter here, so we do get to boost the lowest allied unit. The opponent just dedicating a lot of value to removing these zealots for reasons unexplainable to humankind. We'll go for Collusion here. It's not the most value, but it is an intimidate value. It is a spawning value. It is the boost value because of the spawns. And then we get the additional 4-point boost. So it pays for itself there. Bringing in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 13 points of value. And it's not even properly set up, so pretty good for us.
Humans are scum. I prefer L.
And we'll carry over 1 point of value here. Opponent's got to put up a bunch of points in order to stay in this. Oh, the heat wave on the 19-point unit is brutal. But I'd rather have it now than later. So, all their best stuff gone. Only one more leader charge left. Don't forget that Louisa is an Intimidate engine herself. It's worth remembering. Alright, I actually like this. He'll play for 6. We get the 2 units out. That gets us value to pay for the Louisa and the Savala. Otherwise, you know, a Horse on Senior would be really helpful. But I don't really want to draw into Eavesdrop. Certainly I don't want in the close round. And Diaz would not be super helpful here. Though I guess Diaz plays for like 1 point less. Let's put this back. Exactly what I didn't want. Oh well. But if we get Horson over Fallen Knight, I'd take Horson over Fallen Knight. So let's see what we get. Oh, that's worse. Although this is a coin spender. She's spending him as well. And it's just, if it's boosted, it deals damage. So I guess these guys could get like 9 points of value versus his 6. So we'll keep them. The opponent dedicating a renew to this sentry is fascinating.
Yeah, I work for rulers. Better than working for humans.
So he's gonna go to melee, so we're just gonna put this to ranged.
We finish them, then I finish you.
Keeping the 3 coins for Louisa here. I guess the Fallen Knight would have gotten me an additional 7 points because of all his spawning. The lock is annoying, but certainly not the end of our day.
Manticore Venom should do the trick.
This Cat Witcher losing all value.
Pyramids and other circles, I've seen more shapes than an engineer.
I'm gonna go ahead and give her Zeal so we don't have to mess with it. I'm just gonna hazard a guess that hers is not worth 21 points. Saval coming down for 6, 11 in the Brightener, and then 2 points out of the Congregate here. If we would have had an additional 2 points out of Bloody Good Friends. And Yurden getting no value offensively and losing value defensively. So.
Yes, you! Have you made your offering?
Now we have to be cheeky.
Watch carefully as I unveil my master plan.
Boom. So many points! That's a little bit more of how you want to play it.
I
you know, when I get into these videos, I'm explaining how to play Syndicate. The first game, I spend so much time showing how certain things happen that I don't make the best plays, committing a lot of that value that would have synergized better with Firesworn. Early was a good example of that, but this is a really fun deck. It's pretty good. It's not really nuts. It's not cruel or unusual to your opponent. You know, half the crimes are just boosting stuff. So, you know, let me know what you guys think, though. Put that up in the comments. But until next time, enjoy your Firesworn Friday. Good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on gwenting. Bye for now.